Hey everyone, this is ASP.NET Core here, and today I'm going to show you how to create repositories in a shopping cart.data access layer. And you can see that we have a models like the product and the categories. A product have a single categories it here: ID, name, description, price, image, URL, and there is the ID, that is the description ID, and categories also there. So how to create repositories for the both models? And you know that application DB context we have some categories in the products, and after that you have to apply the migrations there is, and just after create repositories for the controller. So in the web we have areas is also there, admin and customer. Now create a repositories for in the data access layer. So just create a new folder. There is the repositories. Okay, and in which we have a new item and the select interface first of all. Now in the interface, and the name of the interface is iRepository. Okay, so just you can set iRepositories. We have some functions related to the iRepositories, and you can see iRepository is here. You can say iRepository. Okay, where the T is the class and there is the function, so just resolve it by using control and period key. So using system.link.expressions, and the method is INumerable get all method, where the function like this, and that is the predicate is null, and in which you have to, that is the lambda expression. You can say x tends to x dot id, that double equals to id. There is the expression you can say at here in the predicate value is null. Okay, so after that we have a string and include properties. So in the get all functions, just I want to get application user ID if you want. So string include properties, I meant to say that like context dot categories, sorry, products dot include, there is the category. Okay, extends to x dot categories, I mean to say that categories, there is. Okay, so dot and dot to list, just I want to get. So there is the include properties, that is the include items at here, include properties. Okay, so just comma separated by, there is this like tags. So these are the include properties, a array of character type of array, and that get t similar that, and the function is add, delete, and delete range. Okay, so the next thing you can add in the iRepository, you have to add the next thing like product and the category. So the next thing is iProduct repository. There is the iRepository. iProduct repository is also mentioned it here. So just copy that and paste, add a new item and interface iProduct repository for that related to the products. So just paste it here. That interface is related to the product repository, and the iRepository that is created at here iRepository, and in which you can pass product. So just control dot models. Okay, that resolved. The next thing you can do, that is the iCategory repository. So just copy that here and paste under the repositories, new item, rename iCategory repository, there is. Just paste it here, iRepositories, that is control dot. So the problem is solved. So here we have three interfaces. iRepository, that is the generic repository, and implement both repositories from the generic repositories, that is product and the category. And the last one is the unit of work, you can say. So you can use unit of work. So just copy and paste, add new item, unit of work. And unit of work is actually contain some public properties like that I category repository and I product repository, where we have a product and the categories, and the one more method is the same, and later on I will discuss on that topics. Okay, so these are the repositories. Okay, so implement both other repositories like that. So just add a new item, and you can say that class, and the class is repository. So just you can and paste it here, repository, and you can just add that class. Just replace it here, where the each item I will explore it. iRepository, where there is the generic repository, and implement from the iRepository interface, where T is the class name. Okay, so just control period and implement interface, there is no issue. Implement all members, add missings, there is a application DB context. So just resolve first of all using shopping data access, and DB set is actually is there, Microsoft Entity Framework core. So there is resolved easily. And there is the method in which we can say add method, delete method, and the delete range is also there. Okay, so IEnumerable of T, where expression is function T boolean predicate, include properties is also there. Okay, so here we have properties. Okay, so okay, so there is a resolve, and expression, just control dot link expression. Okay, so here we have a expression. So just you can use where if predicate is not equals to null, there is query to use where symbol, and if include property is not equals to null, then where item in include properties dot split from the comma, and string options dot remove entities. So there is, and the last one is query equals to query dot include item. Okay, and the return is the query dot to list. Okay, so the next thing is get T method. Here we have a get T method, and you can say that iRepository is here, and where we have a get T method. So the include predicate and include properties is also mentioned. The similar items you have to get all, so in which we have to just return the single item. So you can use first and default. Okay, so all these problems are resolved easily. So repository is also clear. The next thing you can do, and the view is the solution explorer. Okay, the repository is there, so just you can use repository is there, and just you can use product repository just after that. So the next thing is the category repository. So add a new class. The class name is category repository, and the category repository we have a single method, that is the update. So just replace it here, category repository, and the repository from the category, just control dot and data accelerator. Okay, using shopping cart dot models. Okay, so the problem is resolved, and update method category repository. Just first of all get the category from the DB. So category is context dot first or default, x dot id is this, category DB name dot display order is also replace it. Save this, and the next thing you can do for the product as well. So the next thing is product repository. So add a new class again, the product repository, and these code at here. There is the product repository also. Product repository is inherited from the repository of product. So just control dot shopping cart dot models DB context also there, and there is the update method of the product, where product DB is not equals to null. Just get from the database first of all default according to the product.id there is, and then replace with the product db.name. The in the database just replace with the product.name. Okay, also we have an image URL, so just replace with image URL. Okay, so product repository is there, clear. And the next thing is unit of work. So just you can use unit of work repositories, add a new class and unit of work. Last class, just you can use just copy and paste. So here we have a unit of work, and in which you can add application DB context. Okay, so there is the in the category application DB context is initialized with this. Okay, in the later videos I will discuss on that topic. So here we have only category and the product public properties, that is the privately set. And the privately set, I mean to say that set in the constructor of the unit of work, unit of application DB context, initialize with the application DB context in the constructor of the repositories. And finally we have to save all the changes dot save changes. So unit of work is clear. There is the final thing you can do in the program.cs, where you can add builder dot services dot add there is the scoped I unit of work comma unit of work, and you know that I unit of work is actually there in data access layer repositories. There is a similar. Okay, save this. Okay, so the next thing you can do in the areas controller, we have a areas, and the model folder is also there, you can see. So just remove this, and we have a error view model. So just you can pass in the models folder, and also error view model we have just replaced the names. There is the shopping cart dot models, shopping cart dot models. Okay, so resolve, and the models is also clear, so just delete it, and controller is also delete. Under the view we have a shared folders. Okay, that's fine. In the admin controller we have a category controller, so just add a new controller name. The controller is category controller. Okay, just after that you have to replace this code from the category controller. These are the category controller, where area is admin. So just resolve this, add missing, oops, I unit of work data access layer dot repositories. Category VM is created just after that. Okay, in the area, okay, that's fine. Area is admin, you can see, and the category controller is created in which inject the dependencies, that is a unit of work. And the first method, that unit of work initialized in the constructor also. So category controller a unit of work, and after that we have a index method, and just create a category VM first of all. So just create a new category view model. So in the data section, data access layer, we have to just create a new, add a new folder where you have to view models, and in which you have to add a new class, that is category VM. And in which you can paste that code. Category VM, where we have a category in the new category, just control models. Okay, and the second one is enumerable type of category. There is the single category and the list of categories, you can say. Save this and resolve this issue. Okay, so the first that index method is index, where we have a category VM. The list of categories is also there. Get all, by using the unit of work dot category dot get all method, and just return the category VM. Just create it, new add view, razor view, and the index is there, empty view without model, you can say. Just create it. Just I want to list of model, so add a category view model, there is, and data context is not there, so there is. Oops. Build error is actually there, so just resolve. So just first of all build data access layer, 0 succeeded, 0 failed. Okay, that is fine. Build 0 succeeded, 0 failed. Utility 0 succeeded, 0 failed, and the last one is shopping carts .wab. Oops, there is the 3 mistakes in the models folder. We have a customer area, so there is unused namespace models. Okay, in the error view model, just you can use shopping cart .models. That's fine. In the error list, we have error view model. Okay, and that's fine. Build. Okay, in the CSS.HTML you can see the file is you can see that view shared folder, share errors, active. Okay, so under the shared folders you can see error.cshtml. Error view model is not there, so just you can use shopping cart dot models dot error view model. Okay, and the one more is there, error.cshtml is there. where is the error view model? You can see there is error view model is there. So in the view imports folder we have a web.models, shopping cart.web.models, shopping cart.web.models not is there, shopping cart.models is there, shopping cart. Okay, that's fine. Now again you have to build. Okay, 0 succeeded, 1 failed. What's going on? It's not there. Okay, that's fine. Now fresh data items. Oops, the namespace model does not exist in the system's shopping cart.web. Okay, there is the model view imports.cshtml. So just open the view imports is also there, and the product name is shopping cart dot web shopping cart dot models. Customer area. Okay, there is the admin area where we have some views, admin views. We have, there is views, customer views, and under that section okay, shopping cart.web is the solution name. There is the shopping cart, that is the project name. And there is build, one more field. Where is that file? That is the shopping cart.web. Save this. Again you have to build your project again. Okay, that's fine. Now after that you have to run your admin controllers category and just create index view, add view, index without empty view model, not is empty, just list of models, category VM, just create it. And wait for some times and just create a category view model. Okay, that's fine. Now run your application. Oops. That is fine. We have the admin category index. Just after that we have to update your navigation bar first of all. Yeah, invalid operation exception. The model item passed into the view data dictionary is a type of shopping cart.dataaccess.viewModels.category VM. But this view data dictionary instance require a model item of type, that is the view model. There is the generic okay, and there is the view and the category and index.cshtml, where you can see that view models data access layer dot view models dot category VM. Okay, so and just in the controller section you can see, so here you can see category VM. Just go to the definitions, and here we have a category is also there. So just index.cshtml category VM is there. Model dot categories, model dot, there is a list of enumeration type, there is not enumerable list, and we have to set dot categories. Okay, one by one item you have to resolve, and that category type, that is the name. So in which we have the models items, and the category we have the name and the display order. So category controller index.cshtml file dot categories, and the one items just I want to say, there is the name, the th, and the next th is there, control C and control V, that is the display order. So just I want to create an tr again at here, and the first th is not there, td is there, the next td is there, and the last one is this td is there, tr is there. So at here we have a name and display order, so just you can use at the rate of item dot name, and the next one is item dot display order, item dot display order, and similarly we have to use id and this item dot id. So you can use it here, id equals to item dot id, there is the category id, you can say, just so copy and this paste and paste. So there is the problem resolved. So after that you have to admin category, and the last one is index. And there is name, display order, and finally the create new. So that is not mapped. So in the view section you have to admin section and the controller section in the view section. So you have you can see that the views under we have a shared folders, and the last one is layout is there in the under the shared, but the view imports and view start is there. So under the view section you have the admin controller, so just paste it here. Oops. So just copy and paste it here, also is there, and view imports is the copy, so view start is also copy and paste under the view section. Okay, it's there. Category is there, view imports and view start is there, and the shared folders you have to layout, and in the layout we have to say home, there is the home, but the features is not there, so just you can use ASP area is admin, ASP action is index, ASP controller is what? ASP controller is what? There is ASP controller, that is name is category, and finally we have to set category. Finally we have to set that these are the categories options. So So just resolve with the class that is class nav link. So just copy that and paste, paste, and the save it again, and you can see after refresh, after some times, it's not there. So hot reload, but hot reload is not there. So just you can use category. Yeah, it's there, and resolve that problems also. Index create new, and we have new is there. So it's there. Thank you very much for watching this video.